Guys, let's cover today turning your fitness business into an absolute powerhouse. I want you to just imagine right now, are you thinking of being in business in 2 years? Are you thinking of being in your fitness business in 5 years? Are you being in fitness business in 10 years? And I really hope your answer is yes. And if your answer is yes, this is something that you're able to deploy as of next week, whenever you're ready to turn your business into an absolute powerhouse within the local market or within your niche if you are online. Now, I'm going to explain what I would be doing if I owned a fitness business in Perth and how I would be using podcasting a little bit like this to increase my brand reputation, also increase the trust within the market, and to truly make a dent inside the fitness industry within the city or the area that I'm living in. So if I was in Perth right now, as of today, I would be running a podcast called Perth Health and Fitness. I would also have a aligned Facebook group that works with that mission, and then also a Facebook page. But I'm not going to cover the group and Facebook page today. We're just going to talk about the podcast and the power of podcasting. So guys, I got into podcasting about 18 months ago, and as our viewership has continued to rise, my income and the amount of people that I help have risen with it continually. I see as like the views get bigger, and the amount of members that we have signing in our program are working in near exact alignment to that, which is so amazing and special. Now, the mission of the podcast, so, I own a gym in Perth. The mission of the podcast would be to make Perth the healthiest and fittest city on earth. Okay, so that's why you're doing it, right? That's your big power. That is your catch cry to get people to listen and to engage and to really, really trust you as a brand. Now, guys, at the start, you can just do a nice weekly episode, okay? You want to make sure that you start off with something that you can be consistent in, and then you're able to increase the amount of episodes you do each week if you wish. There is so many really successful podcasts around the world that only do one episode a week, but just start with one episode. Now, what you're actually going to cover, because the reason why we're doing this is for PR and to help everyone with inside the Perth health and fitness space. So obviously all the topics are going to be covering health and fitness. So you could cover, weight loss, rehab, the best nutrition places to eat around Perth, the best walks. You could do case studies of amazing clients and people who have transformed their health and fitness. You could definitely get like local Perth fitness influencers on there. You could also talk to other fitness businesses, great supplement stores that are doing good things, nutritionists, other gyms that are outside of your catchment, because Perth's like a really big place, right? And when you're starting to get these people onto your episode, you're doing it firstly to make a really great episode that helps people, but also it's going to increase your brand and PR because they're going to market that they were on the episode. So you're going to be able to align with their list. They might have email lists, Instagram lists, Facebook lists, all these kind of things, which is going to help grow your podcast really, really quickly. Now, what I'll do if you wanted to go down the guest route, which I think is really cool, I would do one episode a week where it's like just you presenting on, things are in Perth health and fitness. And I'll do one episode with a guest each week. And you're really able to grow the viewership incredibly quickly doing this. I just want you to know when you're doing a podcast, guys, it's a really kind of long-term play. But when you get your leads off your podcast and your other businesses you're aligning with get leads, they're really, really high quality leads, because for someone to spend, 5, 10, 15, 20 minutes with you, every single week, they develop a lot of trust where when they kind of contact you, they're like, hey, how do I get started? Let's kind of do this. So you get a really, really high quality of lead off a podcast, which is why I love it. And I'm a little bit addicted to it at the moment. So what you guys want to do first of all, guys, is if you want to start a podcast, like when I first started, I worked with the guys from Valor Media to help get everything set up and things like that. You are able to start a podcast yourself, but the first thing is the commitment on why you're doing this. So if you have a really big why on, that you really want to change the health and fitness in your local area, and you're willing to do whatever it takes to do that, is people will be attracted to that. People want to come on as your guest. People want to continue to follow on with your viewership and continue to subscribe and listen to your episodes episodes. So you really want to tap into it. And the way that I would tap into it, guys, is just write down, like this weekend, over the next couple of days, why you actually started in the fitness industry. Why did you get into the fitness industry? Because it wasn't actually just to sign up 200 members to your gym and make a lot of money. You have a deep connection about why you got into the fitness industry. And that's why I love every fitness business owner I work with, because all our stories are a little bit different. You know, for me, while I'm in the fitness industry, guys, I was super overweight as a kid. I got bullied when I was at high school. And when I started to lose a little bit of weight, I got more self-confident and happy. And I realized that fitness and health and the way that we look at ourselves in the mirror is a very big vehicle, right, for being self-confident to being really, really happy in who you are. And it doesn't matter for me, you don't have to be, you know, an IFBB pro, right? It doesn't matter what shape and size you want to look, but people have to love what they see in the mirror, which I think is like one of the big reasons why I'm still in the fitness industry to this day, because we have such amazing power to make people happier. But then you need to commit to making the episodes. So when I kind of first started with the podcast, is what I did is actually made, it was 6 episodes from memory before we actually launched it. So I had a bank of episodes that you just launched each week. And that's where like working with the guys at Valor Media really helped. Obviously, guys, if you go to a service provider and things like that, you do have to pay the money to be able to do that. But you kind of like learn how to run a really successful podcast as you're doing that. And then eventually you can bring it onto your own team. But you do want to get like some kind of course or something to help you. There's amazing resources on YouTube as well. And what a lot of people are doing now with their podcast is they have their audio podcast and then they also have a video podcast on YouTube. So what I'm able to do off this episode, it'll come out on YouTube over the next couple of days, is I'm able to send that to our video editors. And then Ariel, who's our video editor, he's based in the Philippines. We pay him about $220 a week and he edits videos for us for 8 hours a day. Is he's able to edit this up, and then you have your Perth Health and Fitness podcast, and then you have your Perth Health and Fitness YouTube channel as well, which then you're kind of growing both simultaneously. And that's just a basic form of repurposing content. Just start with 1 episode a week, right? If you do want to get guests on, guys, I definitely would look to get 2 episodes a week out, 1 with you and controlling like your narrative about things, and 1 with amazing guests who are really, really relevant inside the space that you're talking about. Then in terms of like marketing your podcast at the start. So we market our podcast like pretty simply. So we do a lot of 2-step posts, as you guys would see. So, you know, off the back of this next week, I could, you know, do a 2-step post on any of my feeds going, hey, who would like to build their fitness business into an absolute powerhouse using podcasting? And then I'd be able to send them this episode, because not everyone gets to see it as of that day. And it gives you really amazing resources to share, especially if you're talking about niche topics that are really, really relevant. We also post in our stories each day as well about the podcast episodes. So if you guys go and check me out on Instagram or Facebook, or if you have a look at Brad's account, you'll see how we do that. Just a very basic Canva profile that our VAs edit up each morning based on the episodes that we've posted over the last couple of days. We do add it into our email list a lot, but how we mainly grow our podcast is off having these guests at the moment. So you're able to have guests on, you're able to make them feel like a celebrity, and then they're able to share that with their list, their Instagram, their Facebook, their email lists and things like that, which is a really, really great way to expand outside of your network. Obviously, when you're running a podcast, it's your sole mission for everyone in your network to know about it. Your members, your ex-members, people on your Facebook list, Instagram list, all those kind of things. But you're able to leverage and grow really, really quickly by utilizing other people's lists and other people's social media channels, because you've given them a stage to be able to share their story and share their message within your local community, which will be the people of Perth in this example. And then, guys, I just want you to be nice and patient, okay? Nothing in life is for free, right? Nothing in life is for free. You need to be really, really patient. You need to be really, really consistent. I remember the first month that I was podcasting, in that entire month, I think we got 183 downloads of our episode. And I bet you not even everyone was listening to those whole episodes. And then over the last 18 months, and we haven't spent any money on paid ads, we've been able to build that to well over 5,000 downloads every single month. And it's something that I'm incredibly passionate about, and something that has given me a really great great stage to share my message, to share my partners and affiliates message, and now to get some absolutely incredible guests on, which when our podcast is growing has increased our income exponentially as well. So guys, I've mapped it out. I've mapped out the idea for you guys to absolutely dominate. Is what I mapped out perfect? No. Is anything in life that you do perfect? No. If you get this started, if you get your first episode up over the next 14, 21 days, you're going to be in momentum. And then when you're in momentum, guys, you don't know what you don't know right now is you'll constantly innovate and improve by tracking your metrics. The biggest metric that we track off our podcast is how many downloads do we get each week. That's within our marketing plan that we do on a Monday. So I'm able to track it. We have amazing weeks. We also have really crappy weeks as well. And that's what you learn to love about the journey, right? Why was that week really good? Why was like the following week maybe not the best? And you're able to learn about, headlines, what you put like within the bio description, the naming of your podcast and all these things. I didn't change the name of my podcast twice to finally settle on the name. But if you overthink it and you don't do it, someone else is going to pick up this idea and run with it, and then you're going to have to adjust and follow along, right? Go in, get it done. It's not going to be perfect when you first start, but it's better to be doing things that move you forward towards your goals rather than just thinking about them. And my favorite quote in life, which I say to all the IC members, is action takers get paid. People who take action get paid. People who take action grow their business. People who take action reach their goals. If you don't take any action, if you sit on your hands, you're never going to achieve greatness in life. So go and get it done. I want to see all these amazing podcasts around because I know you guys collectively, you're so smart with your health and fitness. You have so many great messages to share that together as a fitness community, we can change the world. We can make the world a healthier and fitter place, and podcasting is just one amazing way to do that. And guys, for our inner circle members, towards the end of March, we have a very special event with Charlie Valor, the CEO of Valor Media. He's going to be coming on and presenting for us step by step on how you can grow and scale your first podcast. So we're really, really excited for that. That's a virtual event. It'll be live, it'll be recorded, it'll be put in our portal. So it'll be definitely something that will be a topic within our program that we can all get started on together, which is just incredibly, incredibly, incredibly exciting. Guys, thank you so much. You have an absolutely amazing weekend. Any questions that ever pop up off these episodes, feel free to send me a message on social media. Always love to connect with you guys and help in any way that I can.